Hello, everybody. Glad you could make it. This is a special episode because I have Kaylee Ellen's plant food, the Kaylee Ellen series of houseplant fertilizer. So, really been excited. I've had this for about a month, but I haven't even unpacked it. It is still packed in this bag that I got. So someone was traveling back from the UK and I asked them to get this for me because I really wanted to try the Nurture System. So Nurture System is Kaylee Ellen's very own houseplant food product, which she's been developing over 2 years. And I have been a noob when it comes to houseplant fertilizers. For the longest time, I haven't fertilized my plants. In the first year, I think I was not even fertilizing them. And then I heard about NPK and I started getting random things on Amazon and I started overfeeding my plants, my alocasias mainly. And of course, soon after, I saw really bad effects of it. And I wasn't sure which plant gets what kind of plant food. And I used to be so confused. But I heard that Kaylee Ellen's feed is actually a one use for all kind of plants. Like it can be applied to any of the plants. So whether they are any type of aeroids, so whether they are anthuriums, philodendrons, syngoniums, pothos, whatever it may be, whatever house plants you have, this goes in all of them. Of course, there's a way to create it with the concentration values that changes, and there are instructions at the back of it. I've been wanting to do a watering day kind of a video for a very long time, but honestly, watering with houseplants is just so different. Like, I'm sure you all know, there's never a single moment when you water all your plants. And that's a huge task actually, to water all the plants at one go. So that never really happens. It's very, each plant has its own requirement. You need to check the top 2 inches of the soil. If it is dry, then you water it. So there's never a moment when all or majority of your plants are thirsty. So I see myself watering plants all throughout the day. So I'll pick up one plant in the morning. In the next hour, I'm watering some other plant or of some other room and stuff like that. So it got really difficult to do a watering day video, but I thought this can be a good one because I'll also cover houseplant fertilizers, houseplant foods, and of course with the Kaylee Ellen product. So that's like the best thing. So let's do that. I will first quickly unbox this, open it up, and then let's have a look at what's in here. So like I said, for the longest time, I had no clue about plant fertilizers and how to, what does it even mean to feed them? I mean, I just thought you put water and that's all. Silly me, of course. But of course, plants require NPK, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. They also require calcium, they require magnesium, specifically true for anthuriums, the cal-mag combination. So this has all of that. It's got every kind of nutrient along with fulvic acid and humic acid, which allows for better absorption of nutrients, which otherwise you need to do separately. So at times you may be feeding a plant, but it doesn't absorb it quite well. So that helps. Humic acid and fulvic acid helps with that. This is called the PowerGro, Nurture System PowerGro, and it comes with these different digits, the numbers, this is number 1, which is the basic houseplant food, PowerGro, and this is a mineral-based fertilizer solution that contains key ingredients for both plant health and optimal growth. Increased levels of calcium and magnesium within this formula negate the need for other supplementary products. So just reading the back of the pack right now. Unlike other fertilizers, PowerGro is formulated with the addition of fulvic and humic acid for increased nutrient uptake. Together with a blend of stress-relieving B vitamins, PowerGro also features a wetting agent that increases penetration into the growing media, suitable for both hydroponic and other potting media. So that's the most versatile thing about this product. You can finally use it for other media also. So not just your aeroid soil mix, but also leca, on any semi-hydroponic substrate. I think even for water propagations, like I know this is not a Super Thrive, which is a lot of people use abroad, but we don't get Super Thrive here. I'm even going to try this like that. And you can use it as a foliar feed too. So on the back, there are directions for use. If you want to use it for soil, there's a different amount of concentration which has to go in. If you're using it for leca or pond, different measurements have to go into the water. So just reading this again. For best results, use with RO water. Alternatively, use tap water, which has been stood for 24 hours to allow the chlorine to dissipate. Foliar feed, if you're using it as a spray, add 1 ml to 1 liter of water. Spray the mixture at low light levels and avoid exposing plants to sunlight whilst wet, as burning may occur. So this is a very important point, and this is why watering plants is so difficult, because I get time in the day and I don't want to water the plants at night. So I have to kind of take my plants to the kitchen where there is no light, keep them there till they dry up, and then bring them back on the spot. So it's a huge task. Anyway, dilution for hydroponics is 4 ml in 1 liter water. Potting mix is 2 ml per 1 liter of water. Storage, store above 7 degrees in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area. Safety information. So that's all. The front of the pack says No.1 PowerGro Adaptive Nutrient Concentrate. This is a 500 milliliter pack. Houseplant food contains nitric acid, ammonium, calcium salt, all-in-one formula for philodendron, monstera, and other tropical houseplants. Adapts to hydroponic and other potting media, featuring a unique blend of B vitamins proven to reduce stress with increased levels of calcium and magnesium. So really excited to get this. I think she's even launching this now in a bottle pack and not kind of this packaging. This is now changing soon. What I really like is it adapts to leca and hydroponics, which is so important, because otherwise, how do you really fertilize leca plants? That was a problem I was facing, if you see one of my last videos. So really happy about that. Initially, I thought I can do a this versus that fertilizer kind of a video where I water some of my plants with this and something with something else and compare it, but I don't need to do that. Kaylee Ellen has done that. It's on her website. The results are outstanding. So what I will do actually is I'll select a few plants today, some anthuriums, some alocasias which are in pon, some leca plants, and water them. So we'll not take a ton of plants with us, but I'll take a few into the kitchen, into the sink, and we'll water this there. I'll of course prepare this first and show you how I'm doing that. This does come with a container cap to measure, like a measuring cap, but it's missing in my packaging, so that's fine. I'll use something else. And I also wanted to talk about seaweed fertilizer. So recently I've been using seaweed fertilizer, which really does help. I have seen a change in the growth and the health of the plants. So I was even confused whether I should now do that or this, but I think I will move to this for a few plants and continue to do seaweed for some of my other plants. So just going to flash the seaweed fertilizer I'm using on the screen. So those are the only two things I'm using, this now and that. I do have a NPK Amazon product, which I have stopped using a while back. I just don't trust it anymore. I do use Epsom salt at times. I do use trichoderma powder at times. And I have recently got a root powder. So those are all the products that I'm currently using for my houseplants. It's an experimentation. My houseplants don't do well. I will admittedly say that they don't, but I'm trying to learn. It's a trial and error with plants. And again, it's a very individual, person to person basis kind of a thing. What I do will work for the conditions in my home, for the quality of the plants I am getting. It may not be true for others. So even with this, we'll see how this works for me. But yes, let's get into it. But before that, thank you so much. If you decided to watch this video, it means a lot. If you're new here, I make houseplant videos and sometimes some other interesting unboxing videos. And if you're returning here, thank you even much, much more. It means a lot that you return back from my other videos. Okay, so I will be doing the soil medium first, the potting mix plant food first. I'll prepare with 2 ml in 1 liter of water, because hydroponics is 4 ml in 1 liter, so I can always add more, or I can prepare it separately. So let's do that. This is my 1 liter watering can. Just gonna add about 2 milliliters into this 1 liter of the pot. I have to figure how I measure this, because I'll have to go and find something. So I'm gonna use this little container I have, and I have my measuring scale. So I'm just gonna kind of measure it on this, so that I have measured 2 milliliters. So that's 3 actually. Just gonna reduce a bit here. I think I need to get like a dropper or something. Yeah, so that's 2 ml. I am going to add it in my water now. And I'm gonna go and get some of the plants which are in potting soil, so I'll be back with that. Okay, so just a couple of plants which are in my soil mix. So I have my Anthurium pallidiflorum, and this here actually is a new leaf. This one is a little tiny. My whole plant is a bit tiny. My crystallinum, that's the new leaf, looking good. Looks good. This is the older one, pretty big. I have my amidrium, this is the older one. I have one more which was gifted to me. Then I have my Syndapsis tribui moonlight, which is doing fine. I want to see the effect on this. I have the Hoyas I planted the other day. I will water these as well with this fertilizer. And just one more plant. Yeah, and I have my Syndapsis pictus exotica. It just keeps drying out a lot on me. So anyway, let's water these guys. So I've done my potting mix plants. I have watered and fertilized them, and now I'm going to move on to the leca and pon plants, the semi-hydroponic plants. Smells like some pet medicine mixed with whiskey maybe. Okay, so I have mixed now 4 ml in 1 liter of water, which is for my leca plants, or the plants in pon semi-hydroponics, which are mainly my locasias. So let's go on the location of the plants and water them, because I won't be taking them here to the kitchen. Okay, so I'm back now. I have watered more than a couple of plants. I did the soil mix ones, I did leca, 2 plants, my black velvet and my burry marks. I did my hydroponics, which is alocasia, silver dragon, jacqueline, Michaelidziana, variegated Frydek, and yeah, I guess those were, and my bambino. So those were the alocasias I watered. I did my anthuriums, I did my medium, I did my synapses. So those were the trailing ones as well. So I'm done now. I have kept those plants aside so that they can drain out, and of course you can't keep them back in sunlight lit kind of places. It needs to be either be done early morning or late in the evenings, or you can do it the way I did it. I took it to the sink, I let them totally dry off, and as in all the water from the leaves and everything should dry off, the one with the food on it, and then I'll place them back into their spot. So quite a task. It's always a big amount of work to maintain house plants, and just buying them is not enough. Taking good care of them and getting good results out of them is where all the satisfaction, all the reward lies. So it's important to invest in good products, and we don't really get good products here, I feel, but now there are some like these available, which of course are not so easily accessible, but still may be worth to try and source them in some way possible. And do let me know what fertilizers or plant foods you guys use, which are more accessible, more cheaper, more natural, more tried and tested and effective. It would be great to know what you guys do for your leca plants, for your pond, semi-hydroponic plants. It would be great to know for me. I love to chat on it in the comment section, and let me know what your routines are, how often you do it. I have been doing the weekly method, which is something one of you told me on my Instagram chats. So thank you so much of informing me of that, which is to go even more diluted, but with every watering you're kind of giving the fertilizer to plants. So weekly something I've been trying to. Let me know about all the other type of routines which can help my plants. I'm still learning, so it'll be great to talk to you. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you watched it till the end, and if you did, please do like the video, please do subscribe to the channel, please do hit the notification bell. It means a lot when you watch it through the notifications, because I know you guys are into my content and it will help me make more content. And thank you so much for all the lovely messages I've been getting about the fact that you guys are watching the videos. Thank you so much. It means truly a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.